What is up, guys? Welcome back to Coltown. Today we're going to be showing off the matches that got me up to top 6,400. This season I was finally able to get the gold to max out some decks for ladder. I'm really just one deck for ladder that I actually only recently learned, but learned well enough that I'm able to push up to top 6,400. This isn't where it'll end, but I figured I'd go ahead and make a video while I still have the replays available. So yeah, we're at 580 global, so it's not amazing, but 6,400 is cool and it's shiny and pretty and stuff. But yeah, we did it with good old Lavaloon. Of course, these two being the hardest to max out, but everything else being common and rare, so not too bad. And I was able to get my max Lava Hound, my max Balloon this season. So we'll get right into the gameplay. We'll kind of go over the matchups. See how far back I want to go here. That's a war deck, yeah, so. Alright, so Expo is actually not that bad, as most people know. The Cycle Expo is worse than the Valkyrie Expo, but that can go either way. I'd say maybe Expo has a slight advantage, but you can play it a certain way with Lava Hound. And then Mega Knight, you have a slight disadvantage. That's a difficult matchup. This Golem matchup isn't unwinnable. It is bad. It's not unwinnable, but I just had a really bad cycle that game. He plopped down Golem, and Tombstone was my 8th card, and you really need Tombstone to defend against Golem when they don't have a big spell. So that was just unfortunate, so I don't really want to show that one. But yeah, so I lost to Expo. It was close, and then yeah, that was against Donkey Kong. But we're going to show some of the matchups that I think are more difficult, because like against Donkey Kong, I had a really good matchup. I also don't have that replay well. We'll show the Expo I won, though. We'll kind of talk about like what you do versus Expo. I'll probably show 2 Expo games, and kind of talk about what you do against Expo to win that matchup. So I like Tombstone is always like the best start in my opinion, and you want to play it high so it can pull a hog either side. And at this point I thought this was maybe Hog Cycle. Once I see archers, I kind of assume that it is actually Expo, because minions would just be suicided, and I don't want him to Expo and me not have like a counter. So instead I'm actually gonna just wait. And so we'll talk about what I did there. So I'm actually just going to wait for the archers. I don't want to suicide my minions into them. And the second he shows me Expo, that's go time to go opposite lane. I actually probably should have placed this Lava Hound higher. So something you do versus Expo is you play it like slightly in front of your Princess Tower, still all the way to the right side, but in front of the Princess Tower, so they have less elixir to respond to the Lava Hound push, and you just ignore the Expo. The Tombstone's already going to distract for a decent amount of time. I think because I don't play the Lava Hound higher, instead of going for a Balloon, I'm going to have to go for minions on the Expo first, which is okay, but you prefer to get so you don't want them to have enough time to get to the Tesla and then get back to archers. It's also really nice for me to go in for this push, because one of his 2 main air defenses is out of hand, that being his archers. I guess 3 if you count Fireball. But yeah, so if they ever... So Expo players, if you're playing Expo versus Lava Hound, you always want to wait for them to play Lava Hound first, and then Expo same lane, and then Tesla at a distance behind it. But yeah, if they ever give you the opportunity as a Lava Hound player to go opposite lane, you're going to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop down that Lava Hound. And then we're going to wait for everything to die. That's a threat. And then we're going to plop down minions. So he either has to Fireball or Tesla this, and both of those are fine with me. So yeah, he ends up Fireballing. And this means that he doesn't have Fireball for the Balloon plus the Pups, which is nice. You go behind the chain here, so the Balloon is hard to pull. It'll lock onto the Lava Hound first, and then Balloon is able to take it out. And then here, I probably should have just waited on that zap. Since it was locked onto the Lava Hound anyway, it didn't matter too much. But anyway, the whole point is like I wanted to be able to Fireball here, but it's okay. He didn't space his archers correctly, so they actually died to the bomb. So that's kind of his mistake. And then at this point, it's really easy for you. This is like what you want to do. So right there, I probably could have, because the Tesla had been up for a little while, I probably could have saved not zapping there. I'm gone for the Fireball anyway, but... Yeah, so I know I'm up a lot right here. Like, he just defended with his Valk and it died for free, and then he Fireballs at Tombstone. So, and if I can tell by how long he's waiting to play a card that I'm up a ton. So I was free to play Lava Hound there, knowing that he couldn't pressure me with Expo. And then really from there, it's just easy, because it's hard for them to get a Tesla with value. So yeah, that guy played it kind of the incorrect way as the Expo player, and I was able to tower trade with him. So that was pretty good for me. Next up, we'll go into the the Mega Knight matchup. So this is difficult because they have triple air defense, and you don't have. So like P.E.K.K.A. is a lot easier because they are. Yeah, P.E.K.K.A. is easy to counter with like either air cards or with your Tombstone. But Tombstone is much less effective against Mega Knight. Mega Knight creates much more pressure. Look at this hand. That is such a feels bad hand. I didn't have Valk or Tombstone, so I take 1,000 damage to start the game because I had Fireball, Balloon, Lava, and Mega. So it's like, what do I do? So right here, I make the conscious decision to... Okay, that's annoying because Inferno Dragon. I make the decision to just sack the tower. I've already taken a bunch of HP. If he goes Mega Knight, then screw it. I'm going to go in for the Lava Hound push. You can't defend that with my hand anyway. So I'm just going to go in. And now I know his minions are 1 out of cycle. He's going for the 3 crown, which is kind of smart by him. But yeah, he loses another air counter, and I'm going to get a fireball here. And I have 2 towers here, so I mean, I'm okay. And I'm going to end up taking his tower. Good pressure by him. He got a lot of damage, but Lava Hound is a really good 2 or 3 tower taking deck. And Miner's a little bit worse at that. I went Mega Minion here because I was hoping he would Inferno Dragon it. I was trying to bait it. That was a good zap by him, though, so maybe the Mega Minion wasn't the best by me there. Another Bandit there. He gets on my Valk, but that's okay because I can pull from both lanes with Tombstone for the Mega Knight. So that's all good. Really rough start just because of the starting hand there, but I was able to kind of make something out of it, and we're kind of on even terms at this point, so that's okay. He did what I thought he would do there. He went with Mega Knight. Gonna Tombstone in the middle, so that'll pull. I went high minions there because I wanted to bait out the E-Wiz. He didn't have minions in cycle. Now I can get a decent fireball. Yeah, and so that actually takes that out pretty easily. It's easier to... yeah, so that's fine. And now we're just waiting. So now his Mega Knight's out of hand, so that's what I want to... I get his Mega Knight out of hand, and then it's easier to pressure because Bandit's a lot easier for me to stop. As well. Put down that Tombstone. I'm going to let that dash. I'm going to go for the minions to support and to block. And that's really nice. I went minions there, waited for the poison to be out of hand, so he doesn't have that anymore. I'm getting some counter pushing minions now. And this is really important. When you have this many troops up, and they're all swarm, and they don't have their poison, double Lava Hound can be really good. As opposed to a balloon just gets sniped by all his air there. You get that double Lava Hound down, and the Valk is there too. When you have that many counter-pushing troops, a second Lava Hound in the middle can be really clutch, and that's really what ends up winning me the game there. So yeah, that was... He went too aggressive and didn't get enough value out of his poisons and stuff, so I was able to get the second troops up. And despite that really rough start, the second Lava Hound was able to win me the game, and then it was enough to tank and distract, and I was able to get the balloon through for a hit. Yeah, so that was a really nice match. Like I said, starting hand kind of screwed me in that match. P.E.K.K.A. I have matchups, so the Sparky one's a little bit difficult because he has Fire Spirits for minions and then two minions and then decent pressure. But I don't think I'm going to show that one because I think that's my matchup. The Hog is my matchup. That was he actually played this really aggressively and like pretty well. I'll show Hog because I don't think I have any other Hogs I'm going to show, just to kind of show you guys how you play versus Hog. This is similar to how you would play versus 2.6 as well, which I've also beaten a couple times. Of course, you have matchup, but some really good 2.6 players make it difficult. So yeah, we'll just start. Always kind of slow at first. I had a bad hand, so I cycled that Zap first. I'm gonna go. At this point, I thought he was playing Log Bait actually, so I'm just gonna go. And then here I realized he's playing the Hog deck. Waited for that to lock on, and then I went high minions to take that out. And I actually get a pretty nice fireball here, I believe. Yeah, I didn't have anything else in hand there that would help, so I had to fireball that. And then right here, this is how you always pull Hogs. It's one higher than the normal placement if you go same lane, and then you go opposite lane, and unless they log it, it'll kill completely. So yeah, that's the Hog. That's also the place if you're against Hog, that's also the place you pre-set up Tombstones before going for Lava Hounds. So now I'm going for this because I know that his Hog is out of hand, and other than like mini P.E.K.K.A, he doesn't have too many pressures. So I'm actually gonna wait to Valk here because I want the pressure to be going at the same time. So I want my Lava Hound push to be going at the same time as my Valk, so he has to choose which one he wants to defend. So like right here, I bait out his minions, so then that's good. Like as opposed to It just gives me more room to react if he goes in with these pushes like later. And since he decides to go so aggressive, very well played by him, by the way. I'm not gonna overreact, and I'm gonna use both of these to take both towers, because I'm not gonna over defend and try to keep from taking any damage at all. I'm going to use like the beatdown aspect of this deck to get a big push going. Fireball comes through. I thought maybe I would catch minions with that as well. But anyway, he doesn't get them out in time, and then right here I just zap. And so I end up taking one tower and doing a ton of damage to the other one. Yeah, so really good pressure by him, but I was able to handle it correctly and get some strong pushes going. And then we'll fast forward once again, pulling the hog. This time I'm going to play Mega Minion as soon as I see the log. I could have actually maybe pre-Mega Minion there. Right here I want to keep up the pressure of that Mega Minion. He doesn't have a ton of air defense. But right here I can defend, so I get that mini P.E.K.K.A low enough, and then I fireball that. Good pressure by him still. But that Lava Hound is doing work, and then one of my towers remains alive. Yeah, really big respect to how he played this matchup, though. Like it is hard for me to deal with mini P.E.K.K.A sometimes, and Hog and everything. So that was very well played by him. And then right here, I realize he's going to go for the rocket, not for the hog. So then I just go in with the balloon, I believe. Yeah. Because he has to go rocket to take that tower, and then he has no elixir left to defend. So we're able to sneak in balloon. So even though we got 2 towers, we were never really out of control of that match. Like, there was never a point where I was on the back foot. Like, sorry about my camera. I was always in control of that match, even though he pressured very well. So yeah, just take it as it goes, depending on their playstyle. Splash Art is very difficult. We'll go over this a little bit. I kind of already went over the hog matchup, so I don't think I'll show the one versus Yoso Rick. I have matchup there, so but we kind of showed a hog matchup already and kind of some of the things you do against that. Yeah, so I like starting Tombstone, but so we'll go over kind of what I did wrong in this matchup. It's a very difficult matchup. It's harder than Poison, because at least versus Poison, Valkyrie can defend graveyards well, but when they freeze, there's like, if you don't have both, it's just so difficult. So he went really aggressive early on. I thought, I didn't know that this was Splash Shard yet when I saw the Ice Wiz, because I see a lot of other Ice Wiz decks. So maybe the Tombstone wasn't the best. I do end up getting a Valk down, and this is a decent Fireball. I wish it had killed the Ice Wiz. I thought it was gonna kill the Ice Wiz, and then I zapped a little bit too early. I could have waited a little bit longer and then zapped and would have taken a lot less damage there. But yeah, that was about the best thing I think I could have done there. Do I go for the balloon here? I thought about going for balloon here. I wanted to pressure with this. If I had gone balloon, I think he just Electro was NATO'd and was okay, honestly. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'd get a hit there. Alternatively, he could have just NATO'd it to King Tower. This is a dumb Tombstone, though. I think I should have just eaten the E-Wiz and Lava Hound opposite lane. I think that would have been better than countering the E-Wiz, because I needed like an elixir advantage to get through this, I think. Right here, I'm trying to make this Ice Wiz be wasted. So I'm going to try to commit kind of hard to this Lavaloon push. Going in with the balloon. And this is where, pretty good zap here. And this is where, if he had poison, I would have connected a balloon right here. But because he has freeze and it lasts for 5 years on ladder, I was not able to connect. If this had been tournament standard freeze, or if this had been poison, I would have got a balloon hit. But instead, it lasts an extra like second. So, or whatever, however much it lasts extra. Yeah, and as a result, I'm not able to get through there. I'm trying to keep pressure up here. Because it only takes one in the graveyard for him to win it. Terrible Fireball on me. But I'm not sure I would have been able to get through anyway. The best way to win this, and then I have a stupid balloon there that was dumb. I should have tried to maybe get like, if he wasted too many air counters, you can try to go like Valk balloon opposite lane, but it's still pretty difficult. Well played by him though. Oh wow, he tilted. I'm okay with that. And then here's a matchup I actually played twice. This is very difficult as well. It would be not that hard if they had, or it would be like a lot easier if they had Fireball or Poison, but he has Ice Wiz NATO, Inferno Dragon, and then also Freeze and a balloon of his own. The balloons aren't that hard to defend. The hard part is having both Ice Wiz NATO Inferno Dragon. And then the freeze is just so hard sometimes to get through. Voice crack OP. This one was, I think I played him twice though. And then the Giants aren't too bad of a matchup. I misplayed this one. We'll show the second one versus him. I beat him twice actually, but both times I think it's a pretty difficult matchup. So I'm gonna wait. Oh yeah, I'm waiting because I knew what his deck was because I had already played him once. So I was like, I'm letting him go first because I thought double elixir would have been fine for me. I think. And I didn't have Tombstone. So also I don't really want to waste Tombstone in this matchup because there's no like. Yeah. Anyway, so Ice Wiz here was nice. I was baiting his balloon because I had like the perfect balloon defense. And this Valk is actually getting a lot of value too, and it's blocking his Valk, so it's going to be targeted by tower. I maybe could have gotten away with not playing Tombstone there, but I was really scared of the freeze, so I decided not to do that. So I think right here I should have not zapped his King Tower, or I shouldn't have zapped his Inferno Dragon. I think I should have let it lock on and then just the pups to damage it, because if I hadn't zapped here, I would have been even in elixir. His Ice was pretty nice there, but also all of his air defense is out of hand. So if I hadn't zapped, I could have gone for like a quick like Valk balloon, and instead I'm on the back foot because yeah, I thought he was gonna go balloon there. He decided not to. Oh yeah, so he actually, because this Valk was so weird by him, it actually opens up for an opportunity for me to go balloon. But he is kind of cycling back. Oh, I didn't decide to go here. Yeah, actually with the Valk being that low, it would have been NATO to King Tower. So that's a fine decision by me. Yeah, I think it's okay to take Miner there. I think, I was really hoping he would, oh yeah, he does freeze, okay. Yeah, because I was able to pull. I forgot, I played so many matches I've forgotten, actually. I also could have maybe just gone for minions there. I think I should have gone for minions, because then I would have had another counter pushing troop. Yeah, so I think I could have gone for minions there, and that would have been more threatening. He would have had to like Ice Wizard, and then I get an easier balloon opposite lane. Yeah, so right here I knew he had his Inferno Dragon and his NATO out of hand, but this is ladder freeze, and he does a good job of blocking my Valk, but then the ladder freeze is a rough one, and that keeps it from locking on, even though I knew he didn't have his Inferno Dragon or his NATO, but what didn't matter. Go for the Mega Minion here, then the balloon pull. I think he was trying to predict minions, and he kind of does, but I was able to just barely edge out there and survive. Yeah, so I'm waiting for a good zap here. He goes for the freeze. I tried to fireball this far enough away that it wouldn't keep on the balloon, but it unfortunately does. I did get some death damage though and some hound damage, which, I mean, it's going to be hard to ever get like an actual connection on the tower, but you just got to keep the pressure up and keep on trying to get like chip. Yeah, so I didn't want him to go in for a balloon here, so I drop another hound and go for like a really quick one. I also, because NATO was out of cycle so far, if he's wasting his freeze on defense, it sucks for me. And then he also like over defends a little bit here. I fireball there because I thought I could kill the Inferno Dragon, but look, it has like 1 HP, unfortunately. But yeah, if he's NATOing on he's freezing on defense, he doesn't have it for offense, so that can be kind of nice. Yeah, and he was really aggressive there. I'm able to take out the balloon. And then yeah, I really have to go aggressive right here. I went with a naked loon because he wasted his freeze there. So all I wanted was death damage, and then I wanted to pressure so that he couldn't go in for a miner. So I'm able to do that. I can't let the Ice Wiz connect because I can't take the damage. So close to getting a balloon connection there, but instead I just get death damage. And then yeah, so I'm trying to get the minions to connect, and then I have to defensive fireball. I try to catch it with the tombstone, but it didn't matter too much. And then as he's having to defend that Valkyrie, my minions get through, and the pressure is able to win me the game. I won the first one a lot cleaner, but this time he knew what he's playing against, so I think this is probably a better one to show. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. There I beat Pepe. And then finally we'll just close it out with another. We'll close it out with another Expo, or maybe I'll show one giant. I'll show this one. It's kind of hard. I'd say this is an easy matchup because they have like double air defense, and then they also have like triple spell, so it's really easy for them to like get value off of minions and like tombstones if you're not careful. So it's not easy. Like you can lose this. But I do win it almost every time. So we'll go with Valk, Mega. Pull that opposite lane. I played it one lower than I do versus Hog because you can pull Giant farther that way. Gonna go minions onto that. Oh, and so this is one of the occasions where because he went so aggressive, I am actually gonna play my Lava Hound in front of a melee support. It's not really something you do too often, but he wasted both of his air defenses, and it's gonna force him to poison, and that means he won't have elixir to play anything for the balloon really. Or he gets a mega down. But like, if he played the Mega on the balloon, it wouldn't have been too much of a difference. And he ends up playing it on the pup, so I get distraction. And then Zap is actually able to take those out with pups. Because Mega can't handle them little puppers. So yeah, balloon's able actually to sneak through there. That was a really aggressive play by him. But generally what you do is you either set up a tombstone opposite lane, and then go set your tombstone up and then go lava. And then defend his push with like a Mega and then go in for a balloon. Or you do that. Well, that was a bit more of a rare occasion, but yeah. Then finally we'll show the Expo. Against an Expo player that played it better. But I also played pretty well, so. This one, yeah, played a lot better than the last one. He didn't trade opposite lane. That's like the worst thing to do with Expo. He went same lane, but then I played well, so I was still able to win. So yeah, just setting the tombstone up, always a safe play at the beginning. And then right here, we're either assuming he's Hog or Expo. Gonna play the Valk in the back on the side of the lower tower. He's cycling a lot of stuff, so I'm assuming it's probably Expo. He's playing this correctly. He's not Expoing first. Like I said, you shouldn't do that. So yeah, I assume this is probably Expo. I go in for the balloon here because I had like a pretty big counter push, and because he didn't have Fireball in cycle. If he had a Fireball in cycle, I wouldn't have gone for that. Yeah, so I'm able to get this balloon through as a result, or he has to decide to Fireball. He decides not to. Yeah, and so that's a really good like connection there. I am down a little bit in elixir, and I'm aware of that. But if they ever go for like an Expo and you're like low and you're able to get it out, like Valk plus Mega Minion is a really nice push because it kills Ice Golem pretty quickly. And yeah, and then it just connects through, and then they have to like Fireball it, but he didn't have the elixir. So yeah, Valk Mega Minion is like really good at attacking Expos if you have to. So I was able to get that down. And then he pressures here, but I know he's down on elixir. I don't want to over defend. So yeah. And then like I said, I think I'm gonna play my Lava Hound relatively. Or I'm gonna Tombstone first, which is nice. It prevents him, and I keep it from being able to be fireballed on the weak side tower. And then I'm gonna go Lava, and he can't tower trade obviously, so he's gonna have to go into me if he wants to go Expo, or he's gonna have to defend. So I Lava there instead of in the back, because if I Lava it in the back, he would have been able to set up an Expo. You keep up more pressure this way against that if you do that. And then I probably just go balloon behind the chains just because I almost let Tesla lock on, and that could have been dangerous. He's trying to cycle, but yeah, then obviously you want to fireball the archers immediately, and I am able to connect that balloon because of the pressure and because he was down in elixir. So yeah, he played that smarter, but yeah, and then now I just play defense. This is kind of sick. I think I go like, yeah, minions on the side, and it keeps it from getting hit, and then those do a decent job, and then I get the balloon on. That was a decent defense, but yeah, I was able to win that. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed your stay in Coltown. I'll see you guys again soon. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and tell me in the comments if you want to see more ladder pushing. This probably won't be the last video unless I tilt really badly, then we won't be making a video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time, hopefully with more ladder adventures now that I'm playing it on my personal. Peace.